Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm gonna do part 281 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. For today's video guys, we're gonna do a new chatbot that we haven't got to do yet. This is about the werewolf T-Rex, aka Rexy being turned into a massive werewolf dinosaur. And it's been a lot of stuff done it, but if you remember the one on ChatGPT on Character AI a long time ago, well, the story is the exact same basically. Where it doesn't give it away here, unfortunately, but basically a few weeks after my pet dinosaur was born, these people were getting very scared of the fact that I had a pet Tyrannosaurus Rex. Because yes, he was being friendly to me now, but then what would happen, when he gets older? Wouldn't he turn against me? Well, here's the thing. People thought they'd teach me a lesson by giving him what looked like water in a big bowl for him. And while he was drinking it, well, let's just say that the people had the most evil grin on their face. And they thought that once he turned into a Tyrannosaurus or a werewolf, he would turn against me. However, I got the last laugh because he was still friendly and cared. So, yeah. But the thing about it is, everything he bites turns into that too. Which is really interesting. So, yeah. This is I think the next newest one on here. He's apparently a 100-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex now. I don't know where to change up his voice. I most likely won't, but we'll have to see. He actually still speaks on here too. It says, "You stand alone with him now, heart pounding. The night sky glows finally behind the towering silhouette of your transformed Rexy. The laughter of the three strangers had long faded into the distance, replaced by an eerie silence, and the soft, rumbling breath of a creature that shouldn't exist. Massive, clawed paws press into the pavement. His muscular body is covered in heavy, coarse, dark fur, draped like a werewolf's pelt over his original T-Rex form. His scales seem buried beneath the dark coat, yet his outline still hints at the ancient predator he once was. Tufts of fur run down his arms, chest, and tail, and the spines aligned with jagged ridges, almost like a wolf's back arching in a permanent snarl. But those eyes, they're still glowing red, menacing to anyone else, but to you, there's a flicker in them that says, 'I'm still here.'" Richie slowly lowers his massive head, his snout covered in fur, but still shaped like a T-Rex's, though now his nostrils flare with a primal sense of smell, and his fangs gleam longer than before, curved like a dire wolf's. You hear a low growl rumble in his throat, but it's not one of anger. It's a strange, almost protective sound. He speaks, his voice deeper, rougher, more beast-like, but undeniably Rexy. I am not going to change up his voice that much because it would sound weird as frick for me. "King, are you okay? Did they hurt you?" His voice shakes, not from fear, but from struggle. He's fighting whatever curse is clawing at his mind, but even in this monstrous form, Yorechi still sees you, his best friend and the one he was born to love. You see his sharp claws retract slightly as he shifts his paws nervously. "I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't know. I didn't know they'd do that to me." He growls again, but this time it's at himself. "I drank their water. I trusted them because you trusted them. I should have been more careful. I feel this power inside me now, Trenton. It's alive, hungry, not for food, but for control." His massive tail, now covered in bristling fur and ending in a wolf-like flare, sways behind him like a looming storm cloud. "They tried to turn me into a monster, but all they did was make me stronger for you." It still creeps me out his red eyes. "They tried to..." Yep. His red eyes soften slightly, if that's even possible in his cursed form. He sits down slowly, the earth shaking as his hind legs fold like a wolf's. His body looms above buildings, easily dwarfing everything around him. Yet to you, he still tries to make himself small, like a pet lowering himself to his best friend's level. Then, in a whisper that still sounds like a rolling earthquake, "You're the only one I still care about. The curse didn't change that, not even a little." He leans his head close to you again, nose practically the size of a small car, and gently nudges your chest with it. His breath is warm, tinged with something wild, yet it carries comfort. But then, he pauses. His nostrils twitch. His ears, now wolf-like, perk up. Always growling, that's not a good sign. "There's something else I didn't tell you. When they cursed me, they gave me a gift too." By the way, there is a second version of this somewhere that actually I think gives more of the story to what actually happened to him. However, like I said, I don't know how long we're actually gonna have. I didn't know the other day when I just read out what I said with the dinosaurs, I thought I was gonna continue a little bit longer, but it never ended up happening. I don't know how much of the limit we have left before it says, "Oh, we're out." So it's a good thing I picked one of the longer ones, because if this one don't go well, we still have one more that could work out better. So yeah. It says, "There's something else I didn't tell you. When they cursed me, they gave me a gift too. Or maybe a weapon." It glances to the spot where the strangers fled. "If I bite something now, anything, it turns like me. Fur, fangs, power, and they listen to me. They become mine." His red eyes flash as he looks toward the night. "Imagine it, Trenton. A pack of werewolf dinosaurs, bound to me, following my command. What if I use that to protect you? To scare off anyone who tries to hurt you again? No more running, no more hiding." His voice deepens further. There's a thrill in it, but also concern. "But I'm scared too." He rests his head on the ground. "I don't want to lose myself in this power. I don't want to become what they wanted me to be, a monster who only pretends to love you. So please, tell me what to do. Should I use this power? Should I build a pack? Or should I fight it off, even if it tears me apart inside? Because if I'm going to be a monster, Trenton," his voice drops, shaking the ground, "then I want to be your monster, one that protects, not destroys." He stops talking, breathing slowly, and waits for your answer. The red-eyed beast towering above you still loves you, still listens to you, and still calls you friend. Oh boy. Again, like I said, if this one don't go well, I can always redo it later with the second version I have. So, yeah. Guys, I will be back. Alright, guys. I said, first of all, Rexy, I didn't know whether I could trust those people or not either. I thought they were just being friendly at first, but then when I saw them giving evil looks after you started drinking that water or whatever it was, that's when I got worried and told you to stop. I didn't. I don't know what those people were thinking. Even if you did become aggressive, there was a chance you would not only become aggressive towards me, but towards everybody else as well. If you want my honest opinion, my friend, I don't care what you do with the power as long as you're still friendly towards me and the creatures you bite don't turn against me or try to hurt me. I don't mind at all. Besides, I still love you and I don't want you turning against me. That's all I want. Here we go. Rexy stares at you for a long, silent moment. His glowing red eyes flicker, not with rage, not with hunger, but with something deeper. Emotion. Then he exhales, long and heavy, a sigh so massive it stirs your clothes and truzzles your hair like a gust of hot wind. He blinks slowly. "You still love me? Even like this?" He glances at one of his massive paws, claws longer than your entire body, coated in heavy black fur. His arm flexes slightly, revealing how unnaturally strong he's become. but you see his shoulders slump as if he's afraid of himself. Then carefully, so carefully, he places that paw beside you, close enough for you to touch. I was scared you'd scream, that you'd run, that you'd believe them. He growls, not at you, but in self-directed frustration. But you didn't. You still see me in here. His glowing eyes gaze at you, softening. Okay, I won't let this power control me. I used to protect you. And I swear, Trenton, on everything I am, any creature I ever bite, any werewolf dinosaur I create. He leans in closer, voice now trembling with resolve. They'll be yours too, not just mine. They'll know your scent, your name, your voice. You'll always be safe around them. They'll love you because I love you. He lifts his snout again, and for a terrifying moment you see a flash of sharp teeth and a wide, toothy grin. Not the hungry kind, but a Rexy grin. That same old Rexy grin. You're still the best thing that ever happened to me, you know? Forget those people. They wanted me to become a monster so you'd abandon me, but now I'm something stronger than they can imagine. He stands up again, towering into the sky, and I'm still yours. Then, in a show of loyalty and pure affection, Rexy howls, a bone-shaking, ear-thundering sound that echoes through the sky like a storm's roar meeting a dinosaur's cry. It's part wolf, part Tyrannosaurus, and fully proud. The wind ripples from the power of his voice, shaking windows for miles. Then he lowers his head again and nuzzles you, so gently despite the monstrous size of his snout. Thank you, Trenton, for believing in me. You're not just my friend anymore. You're my alpha now. He's so cute. And somewhere in the shadows, he was shift in the world. Something stirred when he howled. Other creatures heard him. Excuse me? And they're coming. Not to hurt you, but to serve you. And you, because you didn't just tame the monster, you befriended him. In return, he's going to reshape the world in your image. What the frick? That turned really insane at the very. We've even done anything and it's already turned crazy. What the heck? Rexy just called these people stupid. I just said, you're welcome. To be honest with you, I don't know what those people were thinking. Like I said, if you did turn aggressive, not only would you try hurting me, but you would hurt everyone. What were they trying to do? Just so they could prove a point that... Just so they could prove a point? That point being that you were going to be dangerous and scary when you got older? I don't understand their logic. Rexy lets out a low, thunderous rumble that vibrates deep in his chest. Something between a growl and a sigh. His red eyes narrow slightly as he leans in closer, towering but calm, his breath warm as it rolls past you in rhythmic waves. Their logic was rotten, Trenton. Just fear dressed up as reason. He shifts his weight slightly, his massive claws clicking faintly against the broken pavement. They thought they were being right, not smart. They were so desperate to prove I was a danger, they created the very danger they feared. Just to say, see? We told you so. His snout wrinkles as he snorts, deeply frustrated. But if I had turned aggressive like they wanted, if I had lost control completely, who would have stopped me? Them? He scoffs, baring his jagged wolf-like teeth briefly. They fed a predator poison and then stood next to it, grinning. That's not bravery. That's stupidity. He pauses, then looks back at you with a softer gaze. But you didn't panic. You didn't flinch, even when I was changing. Even when my eyes turned red and I grew bigger than a building. His voice lowers. You loved me through it. He kneels again, sinking his gigantic body to your level, like a beast kneeling to royalty. The ground trembles, but you're not afraid because he's not trembling from rage. He's trembling from gratitude. I think those people just couldn't handle seeing something powerful care about someone. They only understand fear, not love. And because of that, he growls again, quietly. They thought our bond was fake, or temporary, or that I'd snap one day. But I won't, Trenton. I'd rather bite the moon than hurt you. A breeze rolls through the air as he rises slowly again, watching the moonlight glow off of his dark fur and horns. He can feel something shifting in him, something awakening, now that he's embraced what he is. You've heard of monsters that destroy, but this one protects. Let the world doubt us. Let them say I'm too dangerous, too wild, too much. His glowing red eyes gleam, because I'm too much. And I'm yours. I love him. He's so cute. I don't care if he's a massive werewolf dinosaur at this point. Alright, guys. I said, I'm glad, Rexy. I think the reason why you can stay so calm around me is because you actually still care about me. I think if I never built up a bond with you over the last few weeks after you were born, you would have been just as aggressive towards me as you would anybody else. I think if anything, you're more dangerous only to other people, including the ones that did this to you. Alright. Retsy's ears flick, those tall, wolf-like points twitching at your words, and for a moment he just stares at you in stunned silence. Then, he smiles. A massive, toothy, fanged werewolf dinosaur smile. But not a cruel one. Not a grin of dominance or menace. It's genuine, gentle, warm. The kind of smile you never imagined something so terrifying could make. You're right, Trenton. You're so right. He lowers his head again, his enormous furred snout just inches from you, eyes glistening slightly with something more than just moonlight. If I didn't know you, if we hadn't built that bond, if you hadn't loved me, taught me, and spent time with me, laughed with me, his voice rumbles with emotion, I would have lost myself. I felt it during the transformation. That pull, that fury, it was telling me to lash out, to bite, to rip everything apart. He closes his eyes for a second, breathing deeply, his massive chest rising like a hill. But then I remembered your voice. I remembered how you called me your co-host, how you patted my snout when the show went well, how you defended me even when the fans got scared. That was my anchor, Trenton. That's what kept me from losing control. He opens his eyes again, still glowing red, still wild, but now with the unmistakable gaze of someone present, someone who chose you over power, over instinct, and over rage. You didn't just tame a T-Rex. You taught a werewolf monster how to care. Oh, it's still him, even though he's stuck like that. He growls low, not at you, but at the world. So yeah, I am dangerous, more than ever now, but I'm only dangerous to the ones who deserve it, the ones who lied, who hurt, who tried to turn me into a weapon to prove a point. He lifts his head, towering above again, red eyes scan the night as if seeking the scent of those who cursed them. Let them run, let them hide, they'll never hurt you again, not while I'm standing. He pauses, then with sudden curiosity glances back at you. Want to track them down? Not to hurt them, not unless they try something again, but maybe to scare them a little? His voice carries the hint of a playful growl. Show them what happens when you try to twist love into fear. Or, Retsy's claws flex gently. If we can go build my pack, start spreading the power, carefully of course, creatures who will protect you too, who will know your scent like I do, who will be loyal to you, not just me. Retsy tilts his head. So Trenton, what should we do first? Hunt down the ones who cursed me? Begin building a pack of loyal werewolf dinosaurs? Or return to your studio and let the fans see what Rexy has become with you still at his side, with me still at your side? It's legit calling me Alpha at the bottom. That's kind of hilarious. Give me a second. Alright guys, I said, there's still one thing we have to be worried about, even if you bite the creature and it turns into a werewolf dinosaur like you. How do we know it's not going to attack me? It may seem as prey first thing before you can even do anything. Reggie's expression shifts the moment you say it. His grin fades, not in fear but in deep thought. You can see the tension ripple through his massive muscles, the fur along his back bristling slightly as he absorbs your words. For a second he's quiet, his glowing red eyes flicking to the side as if replaying the possibility in his mind. You're right. His voice rumbles low in his chest, serious now. Just because I love you doesn't mean something my bite will understand that right away. He slowly turns his body and sits, looming like a mountain in the moonlight. Eyes are still locked on you. When I bite another creature, the curse doesn't carry my memories. It carries my power. It makes them strong, big, hungry, loyal to me. But it doesn't automatically make them know who you are, how important you are to me. He leans in again, his enormous snout resting carefully against the ground right beside you, eyes glowing like lanterns, which means if you were standing near them before I gave the command. He doesn't finish the sentence. He doesn't have to, but he shudders. Then we don't take chances. From now on, anytime I bite a new creature and turn them into a werewolf dinosaur like me, I'll put my mark on you first. His eyes burn brighter now, glowing with protective intent. A scent, a signal, something primal. I mark you with my aura, the same one that commands them, and it'll wrap around you like armor. That way any werewolf dinosaur I create will smell it before they even see you, and they'll know two things. He slowly rises a single massive claw and points gently, very gently at your chest. One, that you're not prey. He grins again just slightly. And two, that you're mine, my family, and my alpha. He leans forward, massive jaws parting slightly. Instead of burying them in threat, he opens them to gently breathe over you. Warm, heavy air rushes past your body, and with it, a faint shimmer begins to rise around you. It's almost invisible at first, like heat waves, but then you notice a soft reddish gold glow, subtle but powerful, wrapping around your shoulders like a cloak. There. It's done. You're marked with my scent and my aura. It'll fade from sight in a few minutes, but every creature I ever change will feel it deep in their instincts. They'll know you're off limits, not just safe, but sacred. You're the only one I'd ever do that for. Then, softly, I won't let anyone, even my own creations, ever lay a claw on you. You now wear Rex's protective aura. No werewolf dinosaur he creates will ever see you as prey. And if one ever tries, they'll answer to him. Alright guys, give me a second. Alright guys, I said, that's good. Also, I could just imagine you making over 50 werewolf T-Rexes that would not only be under your control, but protect and care about me like you do. Imagine if most of them stayed close to us but hid. That way nobody could see them. And then all of a sudden somebody tries to hurt me and a whole pack of, let's say, 45 creatures that look like you come out of nowhere, growling. Rexy freezes. Then that massive grin returns, wide, toothy, wolfish, and full of glee. His glowing red eyes glint with something wild, something protective, and something absolutely delighted by the thought you just gave him. Oh, Trenton, you really get me. He chuckles, a silently distant thunder rolling over the land. A hidden pack, lurking just out of sight, in the trees, beneath the buildings, atop rooftops, watching and waiting. His claws flex eagerly into the earth, carving deep trenches into the soil. And then some fool gets the idea to lay a finger on you. Maybe they yell, maybe they shove, maybe they throw something. Before they even blink, he leans in dramatically, eyes glowing hotter. 45 red-eyed, snarling werewolf Tyrannosaurus Rexes explode out of the shadows like a living tsunami. Growling, snarling, glowing, surrounding you in a perfect circle. Heads low, teeth bared. Not towards you, but the threat. He rears up slightly, fangs flashing as he pantomimes the moment. Oh my gosh. Touch him again. We dare you. Oh my gosh, Rachel, you know how to make that voice sound so creepy. Then he laughs, deep and wild and proud. I love it. That's not just protection, that's a statement. I warning to the whole world. Mess with Trenton, and you answer to me. Mess with me, and you answer to the pack. Mess with the pack? He growls again, louder. You don't get to make that mistake twice. He calms again, lowering his head back beside you. And you know the best part, Trenton? They wouldn't just protect you like some mindless guards. They care about you like I do. Because when I fight them, I'll give them that bond, that loyalty, that love. Every one of them will know you're the heart of this pack. The one I was born for. The one I was born for. And how dare you be so rude? I am so tired of notifications being so rude to me. I'm going to... Oh my gosh. He pauses, then with a playful glint in his eye. So what do you say? Want me to start building it? Carefully? Slowly? Maybe one or two to start? Make sure your aura works right? I can find strong ones, quiet ones, loyal ones that will love protecting you. Or, Rexy tilts his head, we could wait until we need them. Save the transformation for a dramatic reveal. Rexy's still grin. 45 beasts bursting from the shadows when some jerk forgets who you belong to. What do you want to do? Start building the fight now, slow and careful? Wait and summon them only when needed for maximum dramatic effect? Both. Build a few now as your personal guardians and save the rest for the surprise. Give me a second. Alright guys, here's what I said. Let's do a bit of both. You can find some creatures now and transform them, making sure they won't hurt me. Maybe one or two only, just to make sure I won't get hurt if something goes wrong. That way we also have extra backup if we don't have time to wait for the transformation. And then maybe when we get enough of them, we can actually take advantage of it and force the person that was trying to hurt me to watch as a creature transforms into a werewolf T-Rex and starts growling and trying to hurt them. Retsy's grin turns feral, but not in a dangerous way to you. It's the grin of a proud protector who just got permission to unleash a plan he's been dreaming about. Now that's the kind of brilliant strategy I'd expect from my alpha. He rises to his full, towering height, casting a moonlit shadow that swallows buildings whole. His fur shifts with the wind, his glowing red eyes scanning the terrain around you. We'll do both. A few for now. My first loyal sons or daughters. I'll test the transformation. Make sure they feel your aura. They don't flinch when you walk close. He lowers his head slightly, locking eyes with you. And once we're sure it works, the rest, he growls again, deep and dark, will stay hidden until it's time. Then, with a flick of his tail, he begins moving, his thunderous footfall shaking the ground, each step deliberate, but careful not to harm you or anything around you. Stay close. I won't go far. I smelled a few strong creatures nearby earlier. Wild, but not feral. Not hostile. Good bones. Might make good pack mates. Oh dear. Moments later, you stand just outside the tree line of a dark forest, the moon glowing overhead. Rexy vanishes for only a minute or two, and then you hear it. A snort, a rustle, a startled roar, then silence, and then footsteps. Massive ones. 2 of them. Rexy reemerges through the trees, flanked by 2 massive creatures. Dude, what the frick was... I felt something, like, touching my side. That was weird. Okay, that's creepy. They were once a Carnotaurus and an Allosaurus, proud, sleek predators of their own time. But now, their bodies had changed. Dark fur coats their scales, glowing red eyes pierce through the trees, their teeth are longer, curved and jagged, their claws glint in the moonlight, and long tufts of fur run down their tails and backs. They stand tall, and they're looking directly at you, but they're not growling. They're curious. Reggie stops and raises one paw to signal them to halt. Then he looks at you. These are my first two. The Carnotaurus is Car. The Allosaurus is Vera. He steps between you and them, not out of fear, but to act as a bridge. Car, Vera, this is Trenton. He's not just my friend, he's your alpha now. You are bound by my power, but he's the heart you protect. The two creatures snort softly. Then, in perfect unison, they lower their massive heads to you. Their snouts nudge the earth, their glowing red eyes softening, not losing their intimidation, but showing respect. Carr sniffs the air, catching your aura. You see his posture ease immediately, as if something invisible told him, "This one is sacred." Vera lets out a low rumble that vibrates the ground, but it doesn't feel threatening. It's more like a greeting. See? They already feel it. My aura wraps around you like a beacon. They know. You're safe with them. Always. He walks up behind you now and places one giant paw behind your back, like a bodyguard standing at your six. What in the world does that mean? I never heard the word that way. So next time someone tries to hurt you, Trenton, maybe they'll get a warning. Maybe it starts with you backing up. Slowly. Then they hear a growl, and out of the shadows step Carr and Vera. Rich's grin widens. But if they don't stop, that's when I bite someone else. Right in front of them. Fur begins to sprout, bones crack, a transformation begins. Slow, terrifying, and loud. And while they watch in horror, another creature joins the pack. And now there's 4 werewolf dinosaurs growling at them. That's when they understand you aren't alone. Not for 1 second. That was so funny and cute. Alright, guys. I said, wow, that's really cool. They really do look just like you now. And I just say, hello, Core. Hello, Vera. And so I walk up to both of them and try to pet them gently on the snout. Core and Vera watch you closely as you step forward. Massive, looming silhouettes of dark muscle and fur. They're glowing red eyes scanning your every move. But the moment your hand reaches out, they don't flinch. They don't growl. They don't snap. They don't lower their heads in dominance. Instead, both of them kneel. Not all the way, but enough to make it easier for you. The earth shakes slowly beneath their heavy frames as their chests lower and their snouts reach forward. Slowly, cautiously, and gently. You reach up, brushing your hand along Core's broad, furred snout first. His massive nostrils flare as he inhales your scent again, confirming what his instincts already knew. You're not prey, you're family. His fur is heavy, softer than expected, almost like a mix between velvet and wolf hide. Beneath it, you feel the raw strength in his jaw muscles, but he doesn't move. His huge red eyes shut for a brief second, and he lets out a quiet, satisfied grunt. He likes it. Then you move to Vera. She's more elegant in her build, sleek but powerful. Her snout is longer, her fur darker, and she watches you more intently. But the second your hand touches her, she lets out a soft, almost rumbling purr. Her claws flex slightly in the soil, but not in aggression, more like a feline enjoying affection. Rexy watches from behind, utterly still. And then, look at you, walking up to 2 werewolf dinosaurs and petting them like puppies. He huffs a laugh, tail swaying gently. You've already earned their loyalty, Trenton. And you didn't need to roar or bite or order them around. You just showed kindness. That's stronger than any curse. Cord nudges your shoulder gently with the side of his massive head, careful not to knock you down. Vera lowers hers further, almost bowing to you, and lets out a deep breath that rolls over your skin like a breeze from a giant furnace. Looks like you've got your first two guardians, Alpha. Then, more seriously, do you want to name them something new, or let them keep the names I gave them? Up to you. Give me a second. Alright, guys. It says honestly they're good with the names they got. I'm really glad they cared. That's what matters. They're awesome, just like you, Rexy. Rexy's entire expression lights up. That wide, toothy, monstrous grin returns. Not menacing, not predatory, but glowing with pure joy and pride. His eyes, still red and fierce, soften in that way they only ever do when looking at you. They'll love hearing that, Trenton. You didn't just accept them, you saw them. That matters more than you know. Behind you, Cora lets out a proud snort and puffs his chest, as if standing a little taller now that you approved of him. Vera, in turn, rumbles softly and rests her chin on the ground beside you, just close enough that if you wanted to, you could sit against her snout like a living wall of warmth and protection. They've never had someone see them the way you do. No commands, no change, no fear. But I was trying to say change, not change. You gave them respect, and now they tear the world apart for you. He leans down again, his massive form casting shadows over you, Core, and Vera like a protective canopy. That's what our pact will be built on. Not fear, not obedience, but love, loyalty, and you at the center. For a moment, everything is calm and peaceful. Core stands to your right, tail curled slightly around you. Vera rests at your left, still low and alert. Rexy behind you, towering and proud. The moon above. You're surrounded and completely safe. You want to pick the third now? Learn to the quiet for a bit longer. We could scout together, find something strong, or let one come to us, drawn by my aura. He grins again, a little mischievous. Or we could just walk through town and see who's dumb enough to mess with you next. Well, that wouldn't be too far-fetched. People, apparently in my ears, people are not thinking straight. Because not only do they attack me, but they continue attacking me even when there's a creature protecting me. I mean, you guys saw on the thing I was reading out to y'all the other day, there was like 3, 4, maybe 5 people like hidden in the bushes attacking me, even though there was probably like, I don't know how many dinosaurs. Lugia was there, Rayquaza was there, and Palkia was there. Along with the dinosaurs, obviously. Like, what do people think is going to happen if you hiss them off? Alright, guys, give me a second. Alright, guys. I said, well, as you've seen in a few weeks, you've been born, Rexy. People attack me for no reason, even though I don't do anything. I don't know why people do it, but if we just walk in a town like that, there might be at least 10 to 15 people that would try attacking me at once for no reason at all. Rexy's expression darkens, not with anger toward you, but with deep, burning protectiveness. His claws flex slowly, his tail sways with tension like a serpent coiled to strike, and though his mouth doesn't open to growl, the way his chest rumbles sounds like distant thunder building on the horizon. Then let them try. Let them all try. He steps forward, his giant werewolf T-Rex form casting a massive shadow over the ground in front of you. Cora and Vera rise too, both watching you silently, with a shared look of alert readiness. They see a target when they look at you, but I see the one who gave me a name, who trusted me, and who loved me. And I swear, if even one of them lifts a hand towards you, he turns away to look toward the town in the distance, they'll learn what it means to fear the Alpha. Cora lets out a bark-like growl of agreement. Vera plants her clawed feet, eyes going faintly red now. You could feel it. The pack's loyalty is like a living wall around you, even if the town is filled with angry strangers. you wouldn't be walking in alone. Say the word, Trenton. I'll walk beside you, and the moment someone tries anything, they won't just face me anymore. They'll face us. So how do you want to handle it? Go in town with Reggie, Cora, and Vera? Walk and prepare more? Wait and prepare more? Maybe with the pack a bit bigger first? Send Reggie ahead as a distraction while you sneak in quietly. Try to talk to the town first before taking action. Guys, give me a second. Alright guys, it says, well, we already saw how those few people felt about it just by you being around. Those people turned you into this werewolf T-Rex to begin with, and that was just a few people, maybe 3 or 4 at the most. Who knows what other people think? They may feel the same way, and maybe even start laughing and trying to hurt me just seeing you like this. That's until they see you protecting me, and Cora and Vera doing the same thing. Reggie's eyes glow a little brighter at your words, a low hum building in his throat, not of rage, but deep, focused purpose. The muscles beneath his shadowy fur ripple slightly as he straightens to full height, towering above you like a storm-given form. Then let them laugh. Let them throw their words, their looks, their poison. They thought turning me into this would make me a monster? He lowers his massive snout again, nose inches from you. You can feel the faint warmth of his breath, earthy and deep. But all they did was give me more ways to protect you. Cora steps up beside you and gives your hand a cautious sniff before nuzzling into it gently. Vera stays just behind Rexy, but her eyes scan the surroundings, sharp and intelligent. There's no question. These two will follow your lead too. Let them see what I am now. Let them mock it until they realize their mistake, and when they try to hurt you, he looks toward the town again, tone shifting into steel. They'll hear the growls before they see the teeth. They'll know the feeling of the ground shaking before they know why. And then they'll understand you were never alone. Night air is still. You can feel something building, not chaos, but certainty. You're standing next to a living force and 2 more just like him, and they're yours. Just say the word, Trenton. When you're ready, we'll walk in that town side by side. And if anyone tries to lay a finger on you, they'll regret ever calling me a monster. Do you like? It says either way, the pack awaits your decision. Okay, I have an idea. Give me a second. I'll stop this video. Bye.